Okay, so this is a cemetery. I think it's an old cemetery. I'll go and read the inscription for you in a moment. So, it doesn't look like a cemetery, but apparently thousands of people have been buried here over the time. And you can just see, if I just pan gradually across, I'm not sure how far it goes, whether it goes into that trees or stops at the line of concrete, which could be a fence line just up there. Now, I'll just get down off this concrete and walk towards this building. And it has in it an inscription in both Polish and English, which is really nice because my Polish is really not so crash hot. What we have here is a little bird. I think that bird, which has just flown away, is a magpie, a Polish magpie. And I didn't tell you where I am. I'm currently in Bialystok, or however you pronounce it. So it's a really nice structure, all beautiful things, 4x4 pieces of artwork. And then come into the middle, and what it says here is, this place is the location of an Evengelical Augsburg Lutheran cemetery, consecrated in the late 18th century. Here lie several thousands of Bialystok residents of evangelical faith, including architects, factory owners, and people of culture who shaped our city in the 18th and 19th centuries. While the cemetery was closed when the new Evangelical cemetery was opened in the Rigoda estate in 1885, occasional burials took place until the end of the 19th century. So there you have it, folks. I'm not just about Jewish cemeteries. There's also this one, which, if it wasn't for this plaque, I would not have known it was a cemetery. I would not have looked at this. I would not have looked outside and looked at all those cobblestones, which we walked over earlier, and I would not have looked at these pieces of artwork, these 16 panels of artwork, and known that I had been walking through a cemetery if it wasn't for this. And of course you can read the same thing in Polish if that's what you want, but I'm not going to read it for you. Oh, there's a piece from the Bible. It says, "For I know that my Redeemer lives, and at the last he will stand upon the earth." Job 19:25. There you go. It's a quote from the Bible, the New Testament. Anyway, here we go. I'm just walking back to the hotel through Bialystok, and thought I would look at this structure and find out what it was all about. And I find this is not a very low seat, but instead a plaque. Thanks for joining me on this excursion.